Today we are tumbling banded iron. This is from one of my subscribers, Kelly in Timmins, Ontario. He sent me some of this really cool banded iron. And he also sent me some jasper. So I think we'll tumble that too. And we still got room. He sent me some unknown rock. So why not? Let's tumble it. See what happens to it. Really can't do much with it other than tumble it or put it on a shelf, so I'm not used to tumbling these kind of rocks. I usually tumble rocks that are beach worn, more like this, nice and smooth. And as we go along each week, I will do a video and we will see how these things progress. And we're starting with step 1, which is the 6090 grit silicon carbide. That's what it looks like. Pretty coarse. And I've got the water just below the level of the rocks. They're the top of the rocks anyways. Down just a little bit. And I'm going to add about 3 to 4 tablespoons of grit. And we will seal this up and put it on the tumbler, and we will see you in 1 week. We are at the end of week 1. 7 days in the 6090 grit. I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen because I usually don't tumble rough stone. So let's have a look. That's kind of looking like it's supposed to. And we'll dump her in the bucket. Well, I can see the difference already. Awesome. This is that unknown stuff, I believe. Okay, one more rinse and then we can have a look at them. I'll put them in a bucket of water so we don't get any grit drying up in the cracks. So I think they're looking pretty good so far. Wow, that one looks great. And you can't see it. There it is. So this one looks really good. Still a couple of cracks and a couple of holes. So I would imagine they all have to go in for another week. There's a little spot there. But man, did they ever smooth out really quick. A spot there. Other than that, they're looking pretty good. So what I think I'm going to do this time is add in some smaller stones, because I imagine we lost some of the capacity. So I'll have to add in some more rock. And we'll throw it in for another week in the 6090 and see what happens. But these are looking really cool. So I'm using the same grit, but you still want to make sure that your barrel is clean, especially up in here where your lid sits. Right on that groove, that little edge there. That's where your lid's going to sit. And if there's a lot of grit and dirt in there, it's going to leak. So you want to make sure that's all cleaned up before we start to the next stage. So we are below the halfway point. So like I said, I'm going to have to definitely add in some smaller stuff. But the smaller stuff will help get into the little cracks and corners. And it will help get rid of some of that stuff where the bigger rocks can't really get into. So I just added a few agate scraps and some smaller rocks, and I also added in some ceramic media. So we're about half full now, and that should help get into some of the grooves. I even added some of my own banded iron. Yeah, so various rocks, just small stuff. So that should help grind down the banded iron a little bit more in the spots where it usually can't get to. And enough with tripping over my tongue. I'm going to add some water. Okay, water has been added. It's just below the level of the rocks. You can see it over here. And now I'm going to add in another 3 tablespoons of the 60/90 grit. A little bit more for good measure. So we put the lid back on. Dry this part off. And then, whoops. Like that, not too tight, and we will see you in another week. Alrighty, we are at the end of week number 2 of tumbling the banded iron. Let's see what we got in here today. This is the jasper, I believe. Looking good. Another piece of jasper. Here's some banded iron. Still a couple little spots. They're looking pretty darn good. That one, I would say, ooh, almost ready. So close. There's a couple tiny little nicks in it. This one here, same thing. A little bit of a crack there. But they are looking so good. Look at that. That's cool. This big piece of not sure. I threw in a couple of pieces of Montana agate also. They're almost ready. So I think, yeah, that one too, little nick there. I think we'll just do them all again for another week. Okay, so we are down below half, so what I'm going to do is add a few more rocks. And I'm just going to throw in a few random beach rocks, some unakite, a couple pieces of chert, just random stuff, nothing major. And 3 more tablespoons of the 60/90 grit. And we are good to go for one more week. A little bit of crack in there and in there. Don't know if it'll get right in there or not. Crack there. Yeah, these are still going to have to go in a little bit longer. Not much though. Another week, probably. We are very, very close. Little spot right there. But these are going to look so cool when they're done. Equinote's done. Or Unikite, I should say. So I'll go through everything and pick out the stuff that's ready to go to the next stage, and we'll see you in a bit. So, we do have a few rocks that I'm going to put through to the next stage. No holes or cracks or anything. They're looking really good. Some Unikite. This banded iron is just cool. It's going to look so sharp. Especially this guy. That beautiful red. The silver. Love it. Some Montana agate that I cut. Just a little shard. Just seeing how it tumbles. A couple of scrap pieces. Because I've never tumbled Montana agate before, so I just want to see how it works with the tumbler. But that's what we have so far. I'm going to keep these aside, keep them wet, and then I'll add a few more rocks to here, and we will check it again in 1 week. We are at week 4. 60-90 grit, which is the first stage. Alrighty, let's have a quick look. That's still... Might have to do something with that one. That one still has the crack. That one's pretty good. So I'm gonna have a look at all of these and pick out the ones that we're going to put into stage 2, and we'll be right back. So none of this stuff is ready except for a couple of pieces of obsidian and some Montana agate and a little bit of amethyst, and that just broke, so that's got to go back. So it's all gonna go back in. I'm gonna go another week. So I'm just gonna add in a few scraps of whatever. Help grind things down a bit. There's some amethyst, some Montana agate, some Brazilian agate that was kind of a dud. Some kind of a bumpy rock. And a couple of pieces of obsidian. That should be good. With the banded iron, let's see how we're doing here. I either have to grind that out right here or let it go. I need to get rid of that though. I have to grind that out because this rock's just going to keep getting smaller and smaller. So put that one aside. That one's ready. I'd say that one's ready. Yes, sir. Good enough. This one I had to pull out because it's just not going to do anything but fade away on me. It's all full of holes. And I think this is one of the rocks that Kelly gave me that came with the other rocks. So I think I'm going to stop there and not let this one waste away. That was one of the unknown rocks, I think. So that's too bad. I'm just going to leave it the way it is. You know what? For the sake of... Where are we? There we are. Near, far. Near, far. For the sake of 2 rocks, I say we move on. Let's take a chance. I don't want these to get any smaller. And they're just little cracks. I think we'll be okay. I'll just pay special attention to them. Oh, you're so special. And yeah, let's do that. Okay, okay. So what I mean by do that is we were going to put them in the vibratory tumbler. Okay, the banded iron is done. They turned out great. These are really, really cool. Oh, this one here didn't turn out so well. Must be a different material. Yeah, it's undercut too. Huh. Magnetite. I think that's the magnetite, which is the silver stuff. That got shiny. Interesting. Okay, well that's one that didn't make it. Is there any other? Oh, that one looks good. Oh, there's one. This must be made of a different material. Still cool though. And this big purple thing I polished. So, they turned out really nice. Very happy with these. I love this banded iron. Because the banded iron that we usually get in this area is this. Just more black with silver, which is also really cool. But to find the red with the silver is just, oh, that's mind-blowing. That's so nice. I think that's also a piece. Yeah, they turned out really good. I also polished a few core samples. Cut them up with my saw. Got to figure out what to do with those as some extra projects. So I had to mix some rocks up with Kelly's stuff because it didn't have enough of the banded iron to do by themselves. And everything turned out pretty cool. I still don't know what this is. I don't know if it's a fossil, but it's got pyrite in it. I've cut a few slices. I made a few things out of them. Dragonfly wings, which I don't have right now. But yeah, I'm having fun with that. Doesn't tumble all the greatest, but I make what I can out of it. Oh, and then there's this piece of labradorite, which turned out really, really cool. See that blue in there? That's awesome. Yeah, so once again, Kelly, thank you so much for the banded iron. I love this stuff. This is so cool. Turned out really, really nice. I'll take a few pictures, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned a few things. I learned a few things. We can all learn a few things. Just keep watching other people's videos. You always learn from everybody else, so you gotta start somewhere. If you want to make things, get creative, go for it. Have some fun. Enjoy. If you screw it up, it's only a rock, right? Start again. Grab another rock. Try something else. So thank you very much for watching. We will definitely see you again. Hope to see me again. That didn't make sense. So thank you very much for watching, folks. We will see you guys again. Nice piece of epidote. Lots of things to make. Lots of things to polish. Lots of things to show. So stick around. We will see you again. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.